Once a year, Little Rock comes together for something bigger than music. On October 25th, we gather for Monsters of Todd, an event born from the legacy of Todd Mills. What began as a tribute has grown into a tradition, bringing people together to celebrate life, raise hope, and support those fighting cancer. It's more than a concert, it's a community, united by the power of music and the memory of a friend whose spirit still inspires us. Carrying that spirit forward tonight with the kind of energy and heart that this stage was built for, please welcome Tony Delahousie from Jet 420. Tony.
What's up, Kelly?
Hey.
I know you.
Yeah, I know you too. Glad to have you.
Thank you, man. Glad to be here.
Tony, tell me about Monsters of Todd and what it means to you, because you've done it so many times now.
Yeah, this will be our third one. Love every single minute of it. You know, I've been affected by cancer. My mother passed away from melanoma. My father had leukemia, so it certainly affected my family. We've got some band members going through some stuff. I'll let them tell you their story if they need to. But anyway, yeah, we're definitely affected by it. And, you know, the times that we've played before, it's been for kids. You know, the recipient's been a child. And, yeah, that's near and dear to my heart. So we're happy to play it. And Jimmy Looney does a great job in organizing, putting it all together.
So tell me about Jet 420. What are the origins of this band?
Oh, my gosh. I went out to L.A. many years ago, like so many of us did. Made the pilgrimage to be a rock star, which obviously didn't work out very well. And when I came back here, I just still wanted to play. So got some friends together and started going way too many years ago to mention. And here we are, still at it.
So talk to me about your musical influences. What inspired you to get into music in the first place?
Well, my family, for one, because everybody in my family was musical. My mother, for those of you who are of a certain age, you'll remember the Ted Mack Amateur Hour. It was kind of like the old version of America's Got Talent or American Idol. She won that. Amazing singer. My brothers, sisters all played, and I didn't do anything. So I decided when I moved to California, I was going to learn to play the guitar, which I did. And then as far as influences, man, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith is the reason I'm sitting here today.
Very nice. Talk to me about, well, I'm going to hit you with some quick hitters, and I know these are subjective, and I know they will change on a daily basis, but who is your favorite band right now?
Favorite band right now? I would say there's an up-and-coming band that they're doing pretty well. They're called the Criticals. Google them, too. They write nothing but hit songs.
What do you think how the energy of Monsters of Todd differs from all of the other gigs? Because you guys play a lot. So what's the difference between this benefit and the other gigs that you do?
A lot. First of all, it's Monsters of Todd. Everybody wants to do really, really well there. But not only that, your peers are out there and you're on the same stage as them. You know, rock and roll is a competitive business, so you want to be the best that you can be. So I would say Monsters of Todd, that energy is amped up considerably more than other gigs. I'm not to say our other gigs aren't energy laden, but it's definitely amped up at Monsters of Todd.
Yeah, well, I can say that your gigs are energy laden.
That's right.
I know from experience. Tony is a completely selfless singer. As a matter of fact, on some gigs, the people in the crowd will sing more than he does because he's out there with them, handing them the microphone, which is a beautiful thing, interactive thing for people that come to the shows.
And it will be that way on Monsters of Todd, so come see it.
Is there a particular song that you're playing that you feel might capture the heart of and the spirit of Monsters of Todd that night? Oh,
yeah. We're playing Heroes, originally by David Bowie, but we're playing the version the Wallflowers did actually on the Godzilla soundtrack. If anybody actually has that, I do. But that kind of sums it all up for me. You know, all the people doing this are heroes to me, and Jimmy Looney being the biggest one because he's the one that puts all this together.
So music can heal in its own way. How have you seen music heal in your experience with all these years of being a musician?
Man, you know, Monsters of Todd, I got to say, the 2 times we've played it before, it's been for a child. And when you look out there, I'm getting chill bumps thinking about it. When you look out there and see the little girl or the little boy who's going through all this and their family, and the last time we played, the little girl, her and her whole family were shedding tears, and I mean I could barely sing. It was so moving to me. So that response that music elicits is amazing.
So Monsters of Todd brings together such a variety of bands and diversity. You're probably familiar with some of the other bands that are going to be playing there. Talk about them for a minute.
Sure. So I don't really know the Ozzy tribute guys. Aurora is kind of a younger band who I've seen several times at Stickies, young, got the passion, and the ability. Mr. Meaner, who we all know has been around for 1,000 years, and they're back together and doing this. The Gettys, which, I mean, they get together for Monsters of Todd, shout out to Matt, my brother. Always a great band and had a really successful run back in the day. And then who else? Tragically White. We all know Tragically White, legends around here. Best thing about it, though, is like there's so many differing. Like we play a little bit of everything. Mr. Meaner's kind of leans on the more rock side, and we all know what Tragic plays.
So you guys, literally, your set list is hundreds of songs. How do you compact it into your set for Monsters of Todd? What's the thought process and the songs that you pick to play? Because you are limited to one set, and normally you play 4, 5, or whatever, and sometimes you don't even take breaks.
Yes.
And so with all the songs in your catalog, how do you limit it to the songs you pick for this particular benefit?
Well, I'll let you know when I do it, because I've been working on it for like 6 months already. I wake up in the middle of the night and I go, oh, we should play that one. And then, I'll change the order of them because somebody told me, or I read somewhere, the only thing that matters is the first song and the last song. So, you're trying to, well, this should be the first song or that should be the last. It's changed 100 times. So it'll probably continue to change, which my band knows, right up until the very time we play. And then just, as you know, just because it's written on the paper doesn't mean that's what we're going to play. I just kind of call it out, So I'll let you know when we get a final list, which will be about 5 minutes before we go on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tony Delahousie, Jet 420. Thank you for taking the time to not only perform for Monsters of Todd, but come into the studio today and talk about it a little bit.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Kelly.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man.